All right. Good morning, Reptilians. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Elle, and this is Elle's Reptile. This week we are doing a video that basically just like an update video on ZSASZ's bioactive tank down here that you cannot really see at the moment. We're gonna talk about how things have gone with it. We're gonna talk about how she liked it. We're gonna talk about how things overall went with it. And then we are going to do some maintenance on that tank, which includes running to the store to buy fresh herbs and things. Before we get started, this video is sponsored by iHeartGecko, so make sure to stay until the end of the video to find out all about this awesome company. Let's get started. So, uppity update on this tank here. It's not doing great. The big aloe that was back here died. I think it was in the process of dying before I put it in here. I got it on sale. It was the last one they had, and it sat to the side for a while before it went into this tank, and it died very shortly after. I had this old footage of her glass surfing trying to tell me that this plant was dead. What else we got? This little aloe is currently surviving, but I don't know how much longer it's going to have. This cilantro was eaten within a few days. That is one of the reasons we're gonna get some more greens. This basil that was back here, it was also eaten within a few days, so I need to get more of that. And all of these succulents that were in the little pot are still alive, and they're still beautiful, but she just keeps uprooting them every single time I plant them. The cleanup crew died off pretty quickly. The beetles and stuff were good. The beetles were good. The mealworms and stuff were good. The springtails, on the other hand, were not. And I knew that that was a risk going into it. I had made that comment about me not having arid springtails and just trying to keep a few spots under logs wet for the humid springtails. It just didn't work out. So mealworms and mealworm beetles were a wonderful way to go. Definitely need more of those because the mealworms turned into beetles. The beetles were doing a fantastic job cleaning up, but I mean, they're mealworms and mealworms beetles. They did die off. So I think I'm going to add a whole bunch of those because she doesn't eat mealworm beetles anyway. Kind of randomly going to continue to add some of those and just see how it goes, really. For the most part, this has been being treated just like a normal naturalistic setup, but I would like to eventually get it to a full bioactive. I just need the appropriate things. So that is the update. The update is that I failed miserably. But if you did happen to follow the instructions in terms of this would work better if you had arid springtails, and make sure you're using arid isopods and those sorts of things, if you did follow that and your tank is all set up, let me know how that's going for you because I will take any advice that I can get. But for now, we're gonna go to Home Depot and or Lowe's and see if we can find some greens. Some cilantro, basil, parsley, maybe a little bit of parsley. Just go see if we can find herbs. That's what I was looking for. Let's go see if we can find some herbs for her tank. So it looks dark. This is soil that I made, I guess. I don't know. This is my own compost soil. We're going to replace the soil that's in this just because it says on here that they use like Miracle Grow and stuff, and like where I got these from, they keep all the herbs and stuff outside. So I don't know if they're spraying them with pesticides. I don't know what they're doing. So we're just gonna rinse all of this off. Rinse the roots off, make sure none of this soil is there, and just transplant them to these pots. I have 2 cilantros, 1 parsley. I'm probably just gonna put the 2 cilantros in the big pot, the parsley in the little pot. Normally I do this outside and not in an indoor sink, but it is 30 degrees outside. They're clean. She's gonna eat these probably immediately, so. You're already getting ready to eat them? They're not even in there yet. Can you move? It goes here. All right. All right. These will probably all be gone in a few days. Such a pretty girl. And that is it. That is all that I have for this week's video. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and yeah. As I said at the beginning of this video is sponsored by iHeartGeckos. iHeartGeckos is a really cool company that makes conversion kits for tanks that you may have laying around. They allow you to turn any glass tank into a front opening tank for your animals with literally just the kit and some silicone. That is all you need, and you have that tank. Super, super cool. This is especially useful for things like going to yard sales or buying used tanks online and getting this beautiful front opening tank out of something that's very, very inexpensive. I cannot recommend this method of creating cool tanks enough. If you happen to order from iHeartGeckos, make sure to leave Elle's Reptiles in the How Did You Hear About Us box. That way they know that you guys are coming from here. Thank you so much to iHeartGeckos for sponsoring this video. If you haven't already, please feel free to follow me on my socials and like, subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications every single time I put out a new video, which is every Sunday and some Wednesdays. This week's Instagram shoutout is here, and this week's subscriber shoutout is here. Thank you so much for liking and following, subscribing, and sharing and commenting and all that jazz. You are the bee's knees. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye. Oh, I didn't move this giant thing of bubble wrap. Okay. I went to the dentist and my teeth are clean. Okay. And then in here we'll go me sitting on the floor talking about this tank. Our Lowe's, and we're gonna go see if we can find some nut spices. Greens. Bye. Okay, so that's all of that one.